Jesus' trial and death. After having a meal with his disciples, Jesus went to a garden to pray. While Jesus and the disciples were praying in the garden, Judas, one of Jesus' disciples, arrived with an armed crowd who arrested Jesus. Jesus' disciples were confused, but Jesus assured them that this is the way things must happen. First, they took Jesus to Caiaphas, the high priest, and then to Pilate, the Roman governor. The crowd wanted Jesus to be crucified. Pilate's soldiers mocked Jesus by putting a robe on him, a crown made of thorns on his head, and a staff in his hand. They spit on him, beat him, and led him to Golgotha, where they crucified him. It became dark as night in the middle of the day. Jesus cried out to God, "Why have you abandoned me?" Jesus cried out again, then he died.
So what you have just heard, church family, is a passage that we call the Good Friday passage. It's all about Jesus' death on the cross. So when I was little, I remember playing with a Frisbee. I had a best friend that was named Timmy growing up. And me and Timmy were playing Frisbee in the house. And one day I missed the Frisbee and it went straight through the window, broke a window in our house. Now at the time, I think I was like 8 years old, and that window cost somewhere between $200 and $250 to replace it. It was a double pane, all of this different stuff. And I didn't have that money. So I want you to imagine as a kid how much your parents love you. And you break something that's like that valuable. What do you think your parents would do? Do you think they would make you get a job or have to figure out how to pay for it? Some of you, that's probably true. They would say, hey, you need to have some play in this. But a lot of us, our parents would pay that bill. They would pay that cost for us because of the great love they have for us. What you just read about Jesus dying on the cross is what God did for us. He paid a debt that we had no ability to pay. And because of that, we now have access to him as a Heavenly Father and a relationship with him that we can start. And so over this Easter weekend, man, resonate with that thought.